Peace, family. I hope you guys are happy and healthy and doing well. I am about to can some beef stew. This is going to be my first time, but I wanted to share it with you guys because I'm learning, and I thought if I learn in front of you, it may make some people more comfortable. Also, I wanted to show you guys that I don't have the ball book, the ball canning book. I do have a few canning books, but not that one. But Ball has where you can go for free, and you can just print out some of the recipes, a bunch of recipes. So I'm using their easy beef stew recipe. I'm getting all my ingredients ready right now. My daughter is cutting up the potatoes, and I just pulled out the other stuff. All of this. So this is homegrown celery frozen from last year. And I don't think this was enough, so I did go ahead and get some more celery. And then we have carrots and onions. We just got a big old bag of onions from the farmer's market, and we got a big old bag of carrots from the farmer's market, and we got some meat from the meat man. And so I thought this would be a good time to go ahead and can up some beef stew using some of the food that we have to preserve it for later. So I'll try to show you as much as I can, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace. Okay, guys, so I got some help this time. I am so grateful. Canning is a lot of work, so my baby girl is peeling and cutting the potatoes for me, and she is doing an amazing job. So this celery I'm super proud about. We grew this last year, and I blanched and froze it for the future. I needed 3 cups, and when I pulled it out, I didn't think I had 3 cups, but as I'm pouring it, I'm like, oh snap, girl, you grew 3 cups of celery, go ahead. My garden just keeps on blessing me. Little mama is working on the onions here, and I gotta be honest, y'all, canning is a whole lot of work. So any help that I can get is really a blessing, really welcomed. I mean, I am trying to feed them too, so I appreciate the help. And here I am with the meat from the meat man, just trying to cut the fat off and get it kind of like cubed up. So I've got my mixture in here, hot water in there, and that's my canner. There are hot jars in there. It would be nicer to have a bigger stock pot probably to be able to fit everything, but we're gonna work with this for now. Just a little bit of oil. You don't want too much in your mixture because if it siphons out, it'll keep it from sealing well. Go ahead and get our ingredients in here. So I'm using the Ball recipe, which tells me to go ahead and brown the meat first. I have seen people do beef stew raw packed, I think, but this is the tested recipe that I found, and because I'm learning, I'm just starting with tested recipes. So we'll see how this one comes out, and maybe I'll look for another recipe later. That's a little bit of thyme that I cut up. Get that meat in there and get it browned. Okay, so I got everything hot and kind of mixed in together, the carrots, the celery, and all that good stuff. So now we're going to start filling our hot jars. I like to pull my jars out 2 or 3 jars at a time because everything has to stay so hot, and it doesn't make me feel as rushed to fill them up and put them back in there before they cool down. So I'm just filling these jars up to a 1-inch headspace, and we'll keep it going. I try to fit as much as I can in there while still respecting the head space. So I'm definitely not going to show you guys me filling up all 6 jars. I'm just going to show you these 2 so you can get the gist of it. Make sure your jar is hot. Make sure your ingredients are hot. Don't sit a hot jar right on the counter. You got to put them on top of a towel because your jars can break if they feel like a sudden shock of temperature. So just make sure you're being safe and careful. I think it's looking good so far. What y'all think? Okay, I think we're getting there to that 1-inch head space. So what I'm gonna do is try to get a little bit of the juice, you know, from my beef stew little mixture and pour it in there. No use in wasting that extra flavor. And then in the other pot, I have boiling hot water. And so that is what we're going to use to make sure that our liquid is all the way up to our 1-inch head space. And the 1-inch head space is normally down to that little ridge. But the little tool in my hand I also use to measure my head space just to make sure. So that is super handy. It's a debubbler and you use it to measure your head space as well. So once you think you're close to the head space, you then have to debubble. So you're gonna just make sure you get as many bubbles as you can to kind of rise out of the jar into the top, because that helps you make sure you have a good head space and a good seal, a good amount of air in your jar. And I'm wiping the rims. There's a little bit of vinegar on those, on that paper towel, just to make sure that my rim is nice and clean. My lids and rings are very clean. They've been washed in good hot water. So I'm gonna put that on fingertip tight. When I get resistance, I'll stop turning it. And then we're gonna get these babies into the hot canner. Okay, I stopped recording. 1, because of memory, and 2, because I pretty much second guessed myself for half of it. Like, I was like, oh no, are they breaking in there? None of them broke. They look great. I do think one of them maybe didn't seal, and I think it's probably because of siphoning. As you can see, most of them are still bubbling. But this one is not. I think that's weird. There's like no activity. So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. But we'll come back and make sure they sealed tomorrow. Peace. Okay, so I'm just checking the seal. Well, I'm showing you guys how to check the seal. I already checked the seal on all 5 of these. One of them did not seal, so that one's in the fridge. We can still eat it. And it's actually been a few days, but I just want to show you guys what they look like all settled. I still feel successful. I think I had a little bit of siphoning, but I'm happy with it overall. It was my first time. I did well. Okay, family. So I almost didn't post the video because I kind of chickened out, and I feel like I didn't show you guys what I feel is the most important part, is what really helped me feel more confident pressure canning, which was kind of slowly building up the heat and the pressure, so there's not so much fluctuation, which can cause siphoning. And siphoning is like when the liquid comes out. um, it was making noise, and it worked well. One of them didn't can. I put it in the fridge, but I'm still new and nervous. So what I'm gonna do is go find the video that made me feel confident enough to try my pressure canner, and I'm gonna post it below. And I'm gonna call this a part of Canuary. I am still building up my pantry and trying to preserve my food. So hopefully as I keep going, I will get a little more confident in showing you guys what's up. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Peace.